Sevasti, thank you very much for joining us so far. This is an interesting market dynamic as we head towards a seasonally strong time of the year. But with so many gains already under our belt, can we expect even more for this kind of so-called Santa Claus rally period that we have coming up?
It has been a great time for investors. I do think we will end the year strong. There is more to come. With the new administration, especially coming in, I think we're going to see some more opportunity for upside. But even through the end of the year, we have a couple of things going on. Black Friday has kicking off today. I mean, retailers have already started earlier in the month with adding some sales or adding some discounts. I think we're going to see strong momentum going into the end of the year.
What exactly then would be the leadership there? I mentioned that small caps have been a bit of that catch-up trade. They've been outperforming even big technology stocks. We've seen a little bit more of a catch-up in other parts of technology to that mega caps, Magnificent Seven type trade. Do we feel as though it's been traditional leadership that'll take us through the next few months, or is it going to be this so-called broadening out where we see value sectors like energy or industrials or even financials continue some of that
Financials
heavy
is
lifting?
one we think will. Financials is certainly one we think will continue. I do think the broadening out actually continues as well. So we have seen that rotation starting, and I think that it continues. Um, there's been profit taking, there's been rebalancing of portfolios, and the small cap does still have more room to run, along with the mid cap names. And financials is one of those sectors that I think will continue to do well.
Okay, now the interest rate question is something that's been floating around a lot, given the fact that there's a little bit of uncertainty around the trajectory. I mean, the trajectory is lower for rates, for sure. The Fed has made it very clear. But the speed at which it accomplishes that is going to be a little bit up in the air right now. Do you feel as though we need to see more aggressive interest rate cutting in order for these valuations to be sustained? Or is it the fundamentals beyond just interest rates?
It's certainly fundamentals beyond interest rates. Earnings growth has been strong even in this most recent quarter, and it will continue to be strong. So next year, we're expecting double-digit earnings growth. So it's not just about the interest rates. I will say, though, that earlier in the year in September, when the Fed started cutting rates, the expectation of how fast and how much they were to cut, that has become more shallow. I do think that in December 17th, when they meet, we'll see another rate cut. But to your point, we don't need just interest rates to see stock prices continuing. I think that the fundamentals are there, as we mentioned, with small cap, with some of the mid cap, with some of those sectors that have been undervalued. S&P has been up over 50% in the last couple of years. Financials or small cap have not been up as much. Earnings growth is there, so I do think we continue to see the market rally.
Sevasti, before we let you go, do we have any particular favorite parts of the market? Are there any stocks or sectors that you feel really stand out for you?
Well, financials we like. I mentioned banks in particular, although one of the names that we've liked this year and are continuing to look at is Progressive. Progressive has been, uh, first of all, we've seen positive returns from them in the last 10 years. There has been no calendar year where they've been negative. That includes 2022. They're solid. Their revenues have solid growth. Their earnings have solid growth. Progressive is the number 2 auto insurance underwriter, and I think that they continue. They continue in this environment where we have a positive view, but there can be volatility coming up into next year. And so something like Progressive, a company like Progressive, they've been very solid and something that we're particularly interested in.